Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Justin, and welcome to another episode of Ship Life.
Let's go!
So before I get off into today's episode, I just want to take some time out and apologize to you guys. It has been 2 whole weeks since I posted a video about ship life, or any video for that matter, on YouTube. I apologize again. I've just been out living life, dealing with a bunch of stuff, training for my future exhibition battles I have coming up, and planning a couple trips. So once again, I apologize, but honestly, it feels very, very good to be back and to see you guys. Hope everybody is doing well. So before we get off into today's episode, I do have 2 really quick announcements. First and foremost, I just want to thank everybody that has been purchasing my new Ship Life t-shirts. I really appreciate it. I think I've sold about 9 or 10 of them so far. So obviously I haven't sold all of them, but I do appreciate everybody that has bought one. It's really nice to see people actually supporting my channel and supporting everything that is Ship Life. I think it's a really cool community, and I think it really brings people together. Also, my second announcement, if you guys haven't already, I've already said once before, I have started a Ship Life Instagram. I will leave a link right here and below in the description, along with my shop to buy my shirt as well. I'd appreciate it if you guys could give that Instagram a follow, along with possibly, if you guys can stand it, purchase my shirt. It will help keep my channel growing, and that's the plan for the foreseeable future. So once again, guys, thank you. Now for today's episode, we're going to touch on something that I think is a little interesting, considering all the events that are happening in our world today, specifically right here in the US. For those of you guys that have been watching my channel from the beginning, I appreciate it, and I'm sure you guys know that usually in my videos, I do my best to just kind of inform, educate, and maybe just entertain you guys a little bit about everything that is ship life. I hope I'm doing a good job at doing that. So today I'm going to be talking about what it's like for somebody that gets pregnant on a cruise ship during their contract. What happens to them, and how does the process go? Do they get fired? Do they get, paternity leave? How does it all work out? I'm going to be explaining that in today's video. And, to be honest with you guys, this all is, of course, in light to the situation that's going on, which I'm not going to talk about because, everybody has their own views, and I'm not trying to have a fight on today's Ship Life video. That's the last thing I want. Now, on the other hand, just so you guys know, tomorrow in my Pursuit episode, I will be talking about that subject, letting you know my opinions on the situation, just maybe informing some people that aren't aware as to what's going on and why it's such a big issue at the moment. But anyway, I'm talking too much. On to today's episode. So, what happens if you get pregnant in the middle of your contract while working on a cruise ship? Alright, so as I've told you guys in my previous videos, the ship life can be a very strange, wild, crazy, taboo place. And there are a lot of things that go down on that ship. I'm sure you guys get the idea. A lot of crazy things are happening, and a lot of unplanned things are happening. Honestly, a ship isn't some place where I would say things are, planned. It's happened on purpose. Most of the time it's a mishap. And, there are always going to be factors in the equation, but there is a general scale when it comes to getting pregnant on a ship. So I'll be straight up with you guys. When it comes to working on the cruise ship as crew, every crew member, every woman is told the exact same thing when they're getting ready to do their contract. And that is that getting pregnant while on board is an absolute no-no. So I'm going to tell you guys what really happens when you get pregnant, because I have seen it happen a number of times. Now, before I continue, I will say that getting pregnant can obviously be, prevented with simple abstinence. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know who in their right mind just says, oh, I don't want to do that. Especially being on a ship. I don't know if it's just, like I said, the motion of the ocean or what it is, but it just kind of puts you in the mood. I've told you guys this in a couple of my videos. At the end of the day, we're all human. We all have that natural desire to, hit the skins. Do the thing. So, unfortunately, things happen, of course, just like on land. Even if, let's say, people are protecting themselves, theoretically, let's say they are. I've known personally, I've known on a lot of occasions where people have gotten pregnant while on birth control, while using, condoms, actual protection, and trying to do the right things. But then you have the other ones who don't. But at the end of the day, you know, we're humans. Things are going to happen. People are going to get pregnant. Now, when that does happen on the ship, the women are told, obviously, to, you know, your priority when you actually know for sure that you're pregnant, or if you think you're having symptoms of being pregnant, or something's wrong with your body in any abnormal way that isn't normal for you, you have to go to medical. I mean, I've said this in other videos. Every time anything's wrong, your priority is to go to medical before anything, because you never know what you could have. Even if you're sick, pregnant, whatever, you absolutely have to go to medical. But let's say you know you're pregnant, you haven't had a period or whatever the case is. When you go to medical, they obviously want to do their own test. They're going to do a pregnancy test for you. Now, what happens when they find out that it's positive? When a pregnancy test comes back positive, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are out of here. Gone. Canned. Fired. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. Why do you get fired if you get pregnant while working on a ship? I'll tell you guys straight up, and I know the guests may do it, but you got to understand that when you're working on a ship, a cruise ship is no place for a pregnant woman. And, you know, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. First of all, out of the gate, most of the crew on the ship are working long hours, anywhere between 8, 10 to 12 hours a day. Now, if you get pregnant, obviously, you know, you could always, you know, it's not an excuse, but it's a fact that you probably will at times be unable to do it, whether you have morning sickness or you just aren't feeling well or whatever the case is. You can't do your job. So, you know, honestly, I've explained this in multiple videos. They don't have much of a use for you because you can't work. So pretty much you're getting a free ride because you're pregnant. Another reason you'd have to be let go is because the weather in Mother Nature and the ocean is a completely unpredictable place. You know, with technology today, you can kind of see when a storm is coming or whatever, but some things are unavoidable. Let's say there's a storm out there and the ship is at rocky seas and, you know, people are falling over, which happens all the time. Last thing they want is somebody that is, you know, contracted or you know, kind of employed with a specific cruise line, and you fall and, you know, God forbid something happens to the baby. Now, just thinking from a corporate standpoint, you know, now this company could be held liable, which is not something they intend on doing, you know, over I guess a decision that you made as far as getting pregnant or whatever the situation is. So if you think about it, that kind of makes sense as well. On top of that, with every contract that I at least know of, when you're contracted with a cruise line, they are responsible for all of your medical needs should you need it. So if you think about it, you put it together, the fact that you might need sonograms or, you know, special medical attention, whatever the case is, medicine, the cruise line has to provide it. And to be honest, they may not have those things available on the ship. Honestly, I can almost guarantee you they don't have what you need on the ship for a healthy pregnancy, which is, you know, obviously grounds for termination as well, because, you know, you're putting them in a position to work a lot harder than they need to and spend a lot of money on you that they really don't need. You know, just with all that said, it's also in your best interest to get off the ship, just to have all the medical necessities that you may need. So, you know, that's what I have to say about the pregnancy thing. You know, at the end of the day, it just makes more sense, and it's a healthier option just for them to let you go and, you know, do your pregnancy thing. And in case you guys are also curious about this, in case you were wondering, if you get pregnant and you get let go, you know, from the cruise line, you will be terminated, which means you will not be allowed back. You can't have the baby and then try to work on the cruise ship again, because technically you're in breach of contract by getting pregnant. So you have to think about that as well. Alright guys, so that's my episode on what happens when you get pregnant on a cruise ship. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please just hit me up in the drop box below, or you can email me. I'll have that available as well in my description below. I really hope I'm doing my best to give you guys content. Like I said, I apologize once again for you know, taking so long to do another post. I really hope you guys don't take offense to this one. I just thought it would be something to talk about given the things going on right now. I will be discussing that tomorrow in my Pursuit episode, because again, my channel and that series is all about, you know, me believing that people should have the the choice to do what they want in this world. You know, I firmly believe in that. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. But with that said, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I will continue making an episode week by week. Just so you guys know as well, I am going to France soon. So, you know, it might take a couple days. I may not post on Friday. It might be like a Saturday or Sunday or something like that. Beginning of next month, I'm going to France. So, you know, I'm doing my best just to kind of keep everything as to schedule as possible. Hope you guys are bearing with me, and I hope you guys are still supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. But I'm blabbering on. I'll see you guys next week. So until then, take it easy.